Good morning, it's Craig here. It's Thursday, the 31st of January. It's another lovely day this morning. Birds chirping again, and it's nice and cool, not too hot. I got up at a really good time again, got a really good night's sleep in, maybe eight and a half hours of sleep, which was amazing after quite a busy 2 days as well, which was really, really nice. And it was nice that I got to get up at a good time and sit straight down and get to writing. So I finished two components this morning, and they were both long. I mean, if I have a look at, and this is what I want to talk about briefly, just to work out in my head a bit of what it all means. So I started, yeah. So I'm just looking. So I started. So the first component that I wrote when I first started this new version of beach surgery was 603 words long. So say 600, and then 360, 360, 520, 400, 560, 500, 330. So I was, yeah, I mean, it's quite much more so. I was in that realm of 300 to 500. There's 500, 450, 340, 550. And then, for some reason, I jumped up, and the next component was 800. The one after that was 980. The one this morning was 630. And the other one that I did this morning, so I finished two components this morning, was 720. Massive, three times, at least two times the length of some of those other components. I'm thinking, why has it gotten so much longer? Because I like things to be balanced. I like, and I'm planning for all of this, and it doesn't have to be perfectly balanced. I just like to know why some of these are, three times the length of some of the other components, and do they warrant that? And I can only hope that they do. The concern that I have in part is, am I getting so used to writing that I'm just writing in this flow that is not editing as much as I should? And if I have a look at one of those components that has 360 words, yeah, I mean, it's very tightly edited in terms of the words and what I'm saying there. Interesting. The sentences are shorter. It's very precise. When I look at, but you know what? I mean, looking at the one that I just finished then, I think it's like, my gut feeling is it's fine. It's, I think I am just getting used to writing in a way that is flowing a bit more. Um, it may be, it may be nicer to read in some respects because it is a bit more, it doesn't have, I think I was just so highly conscious at the start of writing this that everything, you know, and I'm always hesitant to say what I'm about to say. That I was going to say, I was so conscious to have everything be just right in terms of the right sort of sentences, the right sort of content, very tightly editing the start of the book because it's so important for me to get that right. But then reading what I've got here, and also the enjoyment of what I was able to put down, the range of ideas, the sort of things being said, I don't think it takes away from. It would be different if I had written 300 words for one component and then 4,000 words for this. I think, well, that's something's really quite out there. But it's only, the difference between, say, 400 and 700, or it's not like it's a huge thing. So I don't think it's worth overthinking in that regard, but it is something that I do want to be conscious of because I don't want to allow it to just spill out into this big lump of words that I then look at later and think that's it's not of the quality that I have been wanting to do. It's going to be quite hard to edit it down now because of the way that it's been slabbed, and yeah. So I just want to be conscious of that stuff. I've got 2 components left for this opening monologue, and then the first one is finished, which is amazing. It's really it's on timing with what I've been hoping to achieve. I just didn't think I expected to see it get to this point. I mean, I'm not sure even when I started to record these videos. If I just have a quick look at this YouTube channel to see when I uploaded the first one. Let me just have a little look. So I restarted these videos on the 19th of the 1st, so the 19th of January. Yeah, so what's that, 12 days ago, so almost a fortnight, because I've recorded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and this morning is 14, so right, so no, that is a fortnight ago, is that right? Yeah. YouTube's giving me a bit funny days, but yeah, so okay, so 2 weeks of writing, and I have finished 16 components, and I've got 2 left, so I'm going above 1 component a day, not quite at 2 components a day, certainly not 3 like I did the other weekend and I was really happy with, but like I think I said at that time, the goal is 1 a day, 1 component a day, recording this once a day to keep me accountable and consistent. If I can do 2 a day, hallelujah. If I can do 3, I mean, that's magic, but I also have to make sure that it's actually for the best to, for that to be the case, that I've got 3 done to make sure that I haven't rushed them. Yeah, it's tracking well. I've got these next 2 components. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what I want to write for them to finish things up. Part of me wants to make sure they're a bit shorter than these other components, just to get back into the swing of a bit less wordiness to say some of these things. But it's coming together really nice. I'm very happy with it. After this monologue, there'll be 17 more. So what's that? 17 more fortnights until it's finished. 26 fortnights in a year. We'll see. We'll see how we go. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. But then I don't know if all of those monologues are going to be of the same length. Because if they were of the same length as this opening monologue, this opening monologue is going to get to around 10,000 words. 18 of those, 180,000 words, is not in any way the ballpark that I've been aiming for with this book. That is too long to say what I want to say. So I have a feeling that this layer of monologue, of which this first one is part of that layer, maybe 10,000 words is a fair, say between like 7 and 10,000 words is a fair estimate for what that should be. The second layer, which is a different type of monologue, might be considerably less. It might be like a 5,000 word thing. And then the beach surgery monologues that are the third layer, they may be back in this sort of realm of the sort of 10,000 words, or maybe, so I've got to work that out. They might be considerably less, they might even be a bit more. I'll navigate it when I get to it. My goal is to finish this monologue, read it all the way through, think about it, see if anything needs to be changed or edited there. At this stage, I don't think it dramatically will need that. It doesn't need the level of rewriting that I was doing with Beach Surgery 1.0 when I was going through that to rewrite the first chapter, which took months. Yeah, it's all coming out the way that I think it should be. But yeah, after I do this, I'm going to focus on understanding the second monologue which is this second layer, which is a bit of a different content focus to the first layer that I've just worked on now. And then I'll get a better sense of focus, of style, of length, and then that'll help me get to the third monologue as part of the third layer later. It'll all work out. As complicated as it might sound, it's all going to work out. So, thank you. It's been a good morning. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.